And they're assisting you in understanding whatever random thoughts they can put into your mind, right? Because they know that you're a powerful mind, they know that you're a powerful spirit, and because you can intuitively gauge random messages. For example, oh, one of your senses smelled fire. There could be a burning building. So what needs to happen if there was a burning building? Now your mind is processing it, and because your energy knows a firefighter, the firefighter's mind is processing it too. And intuitively it's like they could believe there's a fire that's about to happen. And at the same time that you're still thinking through it, alongside the firefighter that you know, there's also a friend that you know that maybe could have an electrical fire. And you're putting the thought in their mind at the same exact time because you're within their energy. And you just randomly start thinking about a fire and all the things that need to happen to make sure everyone in the house is safe. Then all of a sudden you hear about what? A fire. Maybe at your friend's house because there was an electrical short. And the firefighter, who intuitively had his gear on, was able to show everyone else there that maybe they should get ready for something. So the minute the alarm sounded, they were able to go right into action, which was important because your friend is all the way across town and they're the closest fire department. And they got the friend and the pet and the kids and the friend's partner and the friend's family out of the building safely. Everyone, even the pets, safely. Because everyone had that intuitive nudge to, for one, them in the house, they started preparing. They're like, something doesn't seem right. Because something didn't seem right, they started moving in the direction of where their shoes and coats were. So by the time the fire really broke out, they were able to get their shoes and coats. Some of them were able to be outside of the building. So the firefighters didn't even have to save everyone. Wow. Look how miraculous God had this disastrous situation work out. But why? Because one person understood that their mission was to understand energy, something you can't see, so that other people can understand what they have to do physically, so that more people can thrive and be blessed, even though, you know, there's some kind of treachery, some kind of danger that's afoot, right? So here we go with that same type, that loyalist, skeptic, guardian, right? That protector energy. And on this page, what do we really need to know about this energy that is specific to how we can best show up during this beginning cycle, in this transition energy, right? The way forward. Unlearn the nesting lies. Every single type has traps they fall into when they are not aware of internal narratives and motives. And sometimes these can take the form of the lies they believe. Remember, you have to believe the lie about themselves and their place in the world around them. These lies end up becoming boxes that are built around us, and we need to hear and receive the truth that gets us out of these traps. So here's one lie. It's not okay to trust yourself. Truth. Your instincts, loyalties, relationships, and decisions have gotten you to where you are right now. You know what you're doing more than you give credit for. Yourself credit for. Boom. Here we go. It's okay to trust yourself. Credit for. Here we have credit and acknowledgement props. It's so important to give yourself the acknowledgement. Trust yourself. Trust that your dreams are telling you important information that is going to allow you to show up in society to where like you're a superhero. Even though people don't see that you're a superhero. Energetically, you're a superhero. Okay? Then we have the next one. Here's a lie. I always have to have a plan. There's a lie right there. You don't always have to have a plan. I don't always have to have a plan. Okay, that's what the whole trusting in yourself, trusting in the divine, that's what that means. Okay, not having a plan, moving in flow. You don't know anything but to walk into a situation and be your authentic self, and everything's going to fall into place, right? But here we go. We're going to read it. Here's the truth. Sometimes life happens in a way that even you can't anticipate. Being unprepared only makes you human. If you don't have a plan, your sharp instincts will help you figure out things along the way. And just to let you know, this is page 85, right? 85, 8 is forgive. So that you can receive whatever abundance. So it's kind of, in a sense, like if you were walking up to royalty and you bowed your head, that is what 8 is. Bow your head so that royalty can bless you with whatever you are there for, you're called for. Okay, and then you have 5, which is obey whatever change, whatever transition that is unfolding for you. And the transition is not a large one, but it's one that you need to accept with open arms. Okay, so with this 85 energy, 8 and 5 together is 13. We have order. Order meaning that the divine is orchestrating things in a certain systematic way. Why? Because it's a complex problem, so that multiple problems within this one huge problem can be fixed. That happens by all parties involved trusting in how little details are maneuvered so that things just, again, work out for everyone. Okay, so that's the energy that we have just based on this page that we were guided to be on. Okay, so here's another lie, because we're jumping right back into the page. This is the third one that it has written. Endless fear controls me. Oh no, we don't believe in fear. We don't subscribe. That is low vibrational. Okay, so here's the truth about the matter. You have the choice to respond to fear in a healthy way, in a way that fear may be present, but you have the final say. Okay, so a lot of people, a lot of Christians, a lot of other religious figures believe in predestination, which means your life is already orchestrated for you. Well, let me add some truth, because there is truth in that, but it's not the whole truth. Let me offer you some truth. Your life is predestined based on the immediate choices you make. So if you make a choice today, your steps are ordered until that choice, all of the either karma or lessons that could be attached to it unfold for you. Okay? And then once that choice is made and you've either dealt with your consequences or you were able to enjoy your successes, you're on to another choice to let the divine know what your predestination will be. Okay? So at every given moment, you are orchestrating your life. You are orchestrating your fate. So how do you best do that? By allowing the divine, your highest self, the highest self you can possibly think of, your ethereal self, to instruct you. Okay? And trust and believe that your highest self, your highest ethereal self, is in line with God. So it may not be the Spirit of God, but it is in line with the frequency, so near God that you are in such a similar light that there's nothing in you that even cares about any of the accolades that could come with the title. It's more so about wielding that power to best assist the collective, really using your vessel for it. Okay, but we're gonna, that's another story. Again, if you're this far in the reading, props to you. Okay, but diving right back in. So here's another lie. You're not going to be okay. The truth of the matter is, while nothing in the future is ever guaranteed, if you have been okay relying on yourself, your community, and the systems that sustain you, it is both reasonable and safe to trust that you'll be okay. So what this is saying is, because it's a little bit more ambiguous, what this is saying is you have to be okay. Because in this moment, right now, there were 100 kabillion moments where you did not feel, either consciously or subconsciously, you did not feel like you were going to be okay. And life orchestrated itself to move in your favor, to push you along, even when you had no rhyme or reason for how you're going to get through whatever battle that you face. Life made sure that you did. Okay, so in this very dreamy, very elusive energy, when your mind's kind of like in a brain fog, Learn to trust that the divine forces that are outside of your being are controlling you based on your previous choices. Okay? So either trusting yourself, trusting your previous choices, or trusting the divine, because at any given point during this time, if you are not in control of what's happening is for your highest good regardless. Okay? That's the beauty in it. And here's the last lie that it has listed before I let y'all go. And you know, yes, I'm not in a live, but again, I'm speaking to your energies. So you may not be here presently while I'm conducting the reading, but all your energies are like sitting here as if I'm in class, right? And I'm the teacher. So, like, excuse me for being a little bit more relaxed or casual with how I'm conducting the reading. It's not like I'm on stage talking to no one. I'm literally on stage, like, talking to empty chairs that are filled with your ancestors and guides. Gosh, I feel like that just makes me sound crazy. But anyway, digressing. The last one is I, you, we don't belong. That's a lie. The truth here is you, I, we provide desperately to everyone we're around. Okay? And what is what we provide? Grounding, loyalty, stability to relationships, stability in our communities, and we're truly integral to every group that we belong to, because the divine wouldn't have had you there unless you had a skill set, you had some kind of purpose, even if that's, you know, being, excuse my language, but being a jackass. Like, your purpose is to show everyone what a low vibration is, so that they can either assist you with being a higher vibration, that might be their mission, or not give you energy, remove themselves from your energetic field, which could be their lesson also. Okay? And at no given point are you told to stay in that energy or thrive in that. Like, offer the lesson to other people and kind of be teachable so that they can help you out of your rut. They can get their gold star with their divine test, and you can get yours with your divine test. Okay? Yeah, and on that note, I believe, is there anything else I should write? Oh, 4. I guess 4 is important. The individualist, the romantic, and the artist. Y'all, okay, because then we were talking about art and creativity, which is this yellow one over here. Okay, so I'm just going to read a little bit from it. All right, so here we have page 60. 6 is the number of love. It is also the number of materialism and the 3D. It's also a note to self to pay attention to how your vessel is showing up. So, self-care, right? Self-care could be spiritual, emotional, mental, physical, you know, whatever. But it's a part of self-care. And then you have 0, which is the divine number, which means that although the divine isn't doing anything specifically, they are emanating in your field, so much so that you're showing up in their light. Okay, so 60 together, 6 and 0 still, you know, breaks down to a 6. But 60 symbolizes abundance. Abundance if you are able to practice self-care in a way that is fruitful. Okay, so let's see how we can do that here. It says slow down and learn to sit with them. Okay? Learn to sit with upset. How to feel better. How to realize what you're capable of emotionally. Then it says reinforce relational security. Understanding how you show up in the world and understanding how community is important to you by reinforcing security or stability verbally and non-verbally. So it's basically seeing how you show up, your physical vessel. How does your physical vessel show up? And that can be interpreted by seeing how other people respond to you. Okay, then it says use art. And this is really where I was trying to get to. Use art. 4s are notorious for making connections between their emotional states and art in the form of poetry, song lyrics, music, visual art, films, books, or characters. The next time your 4 is upset and you are having a hard time connecting, consider asking, is there a song that explains your feelings so I can understand better? Let art be the medium that helps you find common language. So this is what's most integral here, because we have the art and creativity right next to the create and destroy book. You know, everything is just very similar, right? And in this foreplay energy, this Pisces energy, that is the one of the most creative energies you can be a part of because of the imaginary aspect of it. We're being told that because there's such a large transition that's given change, there might be some things that upset you. So how can you best move through this change? Well, how do you handle those negative emotions? You know how to handle the positive ones. You move through them in the highest light, be graceful, Those, it's easy. But how do you transition during this time and deal with the negative aspects? Like, leaving a karmic cycle is awesome, but seeing that you were in a karmic cycle, having to clean up the mess, having to understand the chaos and remove yourself from it, remove yourself from the people, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of energetic work that has to happen in such a short Pisces season, right? So that you can be prepared for Aries season. So how do you best do that? Well, music is a great medium for that, right? If not music, art, visual art. If not art that is visual, like painting and using like creative mediums, you can use your words, poetry, speak out. Like, if you don't want to use your words, you don't want to use your hands and stuff, you know, practice lucid dreaming, right? Go online and see how you can perfect lucid dreaming so that maybe your vessel doesn't have to do anything. You know, you can use the dream world to handle this creative endeavor. Or maybe not even the dream world at night while you're sleeping. Maybe daydreaming. Utilize your imaginative aspects to create a life that's fulfilling for you. This could be done by using hertz. You know, maybe not music that has lyrics to it that you have to like Google and search to understand the message behind it, but maybe listening to hertz frequencies could assist you during this time. So a hertz frequency for healing, and you think about all the ways that you can heal, and then boom, that is mental medicine, and your body is going to heal from it. And I know it seems far-fetched, but humor me. Go out and try it, not with belief, not with doubt, but with knowing it's going to work, regardless if you actually feel it's going to work. Just know. Walk into the situation knowing, and I bet you the placebo effect is going to happen, where you have no medicine and all of a sudden you get better a lot quicker. Just because you know you're going to get better. You know whatever meditation that you have, whatever hertz frequencies you're listening to is going to heal you on spot. You don't need no cold and flu medicine. You don't need that. You don't need some tea. All you need is your own energy to be focused on healing. Okay, and on that note, I'm really going to close out this reading because I feel like I've been here for forever, but the message needs to get out, and I appreciate all of you who stayed here to the end. I appreciate your likes, your shares, your subscribes, your comments if you choose to do that, and your energetic compliance. Thank you. I will see us soon. Until the next.